who had an interesting, short and yet long evening in Memphis. See what I mean as we move forward. Ja Morant, ready for another great year. One of the great young stars, obviously, in the league, and he came to play.
Not only did he come to play, but he's always a crowd pleaser. And, it's good to see Jackson back out on the floor. But, Ja is just so special. He's one of the special guards that's in the league today.
He goes to the floater. Milwaukee sitting most of their big stars. Zaire Williams, their rookie, to Steven Adams, new Grizzly there. And then Williams on the drive, the layup off the glass and good. Jordan Nwora to Thanasis Antetokounmpo. One Antetokounmpo did play, one did not.
Yeah, you got to just make sure that he's being taken care of, the big fella, the big fella. But I think he'll be fine, hopefully, for the season. But let's talk about the Grizzlies and give them their flowers right now. This is an exciting team, and after losing Zach Randolph and Marc Gasol and Mike Conley, you would think, how many years do we have to rebuild? Well, you have no years because you got Ja Morant, and they've been winning, and guys want to play there. So they're one of the funnest teams in the NBA to watch.
What kind of flowers are appropriate for the preseason? I wouldn't think your high-end roses. You want to save those for later on, maybe?
Yeah, maybe some.
Like a daisy?
Yes. I've lost all.
That's Grayson Allen, and then Pat Connaughton. He was great in the finals, shooting the ball from three.
Oh,
here comes Ja.
Did he just do that?
He just did it.
Oh, my. Oh, my. You saw nobody jumped either. That's a business decision.
Kyle Anderson to Morant for another dunk. Memphis up by 10 at the end of the third quarter, and then alarms went off at FedEx Forum, and both fans and players were told to evacuate, take off. Mike Budenholzer's ready to go. Get that catering and get out of here. They suspended the game with a quarter to go, and so Memphis wins it 87-77. They suspended it due to player safety. At that point, the players had been sitting around. It would take too much to get them back warmed up and finish this game. Most of them were outside near buses, ready to go home anyway. Just an unusual circumstance, and ultimately the right call. Fans were out of the building.
And I've never seen Coach Bud so happy after a loss.
He was cool.
And, the players were happy to get the food. And, in these exhibition games, you get to see what you want to see from a coaching and playing standpoint. And at that point in time, you probably had seen everything that you want from an evaluation of the players and of your team. Now, the league has to go through its protocol, which they did. But I think the right decision was made here.
It's not difficult to evaluate Ja Morant. He's really good.
He's one of my favorite players to watch. And, the guard play in the league today is in such a great place. And Ja coming left, then with the hesitation, finishing left around the basket, and then, in transition, left-handed again, stutter step, stops, knocks down the three. Now, this is what you love about him because, he never gives you the same thing twice, right? He always gives you a different kind of look. He's always going to the basket, and then he's always getting his teammates involved. So if he's not giving you that nice little floater, and you can see it's slow, and if the big comes, then he's going to drop it off to Adams for the dunk. Big doesn't come, he's controlled enough to get it up over the basket and drop it in. His change of pace game is right on point.
He's got that big in no man's land. There's no winning there. Bucks did their winning in July, but a short off season as they try to come back and repeat. What's the biggest obstacle in their way, aside from the Brooklyn Nets, just in terms of gearing back up and getting yourself mentally and physically ready for the grind of the season and trying to repeat?
Well, I think they're already prepared for that. I think Giannis is the perfect guy to repeat. I think he's insatiable when it comes to winning. I think it helps that they won, and the first thing people were like, well, it's because it was, COVID, and this team was hurt, and this team, they lost because, Kevin Durant was a size 18 and not a 15.
Right.
Like,
they didn't
there's
have
all
to
these
face the
excuses.
Lakers,
Right, there was all these
blah,
excuses. That's all. You're just firing them up more.
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing that they'll miss is P.J. Tucker's defense. But I think getting George Hill, I think them having the ability to rely on their bench, those guys are coming back, going to be healthy. For me, this team's going to be dangerous because they know who they are and they know that they have levels to it. Right? It's like, okay, we have regular season
Yep.
We have first round, second round, and then we have go-getting it time. And they showed it against the Suns. They went and got it. So this is a very scary, dangerous team, even during the regular season where, first 3 quarters it might be pretty chill. And then all of a sudden Giannis says, all right, thank you. Good try, young fella. Let me get to the free throw line and just absolutely demolish the rim.
But remember, the regular season was the easy part for this team before they finally get over the hump in the playoffs. You would think they'd be okay the first few months of this year compared to a lot of teams coming.